Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Fans Hobby MB-12 Athena, their version of Minerva from the Transformers Masterforce series. And yep, she's that car, and we can see in our box right here, which is somewhat late G1 reminiscent. You got, the car, the robot, and the headmaster, which actual size there. Nice font there. This weird diagonally striped thing. On the side, you got a shot of the figure. On this side, you have the same shot. On the top, you got Athena. Kind of that late G1 grid work thing. On the bottom you have another shot of the car. On the back you have a bunch of product shots and the features of the thing, warnings and made in China, and hey look, a little montage of all the other figures that they have made so far. You also have inside the box along with the figure you have her instructions, which pretty decent. See that, figures, the pose of the figure. All nicely laid out. You have the sticker guide for the stickers, which come with it. Sticker sheet, which, yep, some duplicates here and there, but obviously you see I've already applied them. Decent looking stickers. They have a much more kind of a matte finish, so they don't, they're not like Titans Return and whatnot, or Power of the Primes. Then you got a collector's card, figure picture up front, and car and text spec in the back. And a face, an extra face, which we'll get into that in the robot mode. But yeah, here she is. She popped apart when I did that. Yeah, she's a Porsche 959. A ambulance, I guess. Although anyone who's seen Top Gear knows that you can't really turn a Porsche into an effective ambulance. But hey, you guys, I guess those are the runner cars or whatever, the ones that go ahead. Yeah. Yep, you see it's mostly white, some red striping, some gray or black picked out for the venting, some silver rims, the light bar, some, the tail lights, the headlights, translucent plastic here and there, blue, clear, red. Yep, silver paint on the mirrors. And yep, stickers, these are stickers, those are stickers. Stickers there, and there's stickers on the inside as well. You can open it up and see there's stickers there and there and there. Yep, decent little car. Stickers are kind of annoying. I don't really like stickers, and you can see these are not quite matched perfectly, but they're close enough. I'm not going to bother doing it. And yep, these are more or less matched, but yeah, there's a handful of stickers and whatnot. She rolls, pretty well, as long as you have it's all tucked away properly. The ground clearance here is very, very narrow. You can see that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. If any of this is out of alignment, it will not clear properly, and you can hear stuff scraping. Yep, decent little car. Which, yeah, again, this is a Masterpiece-esque figure. They did take liberties with the styling, but it's supposed to fit in more or less with a Masterpiece line. So, just give an example. Here's a Masterpiece Sideswipe. You can see these two cars are, I believe, actually in real life close to the same size. I'm not 100% certain, but yeah, they seem to look pretty good, about right, size-wise. So there's that. And here's the MP-49, because I don't want to transform MP-44 if I don't have to. Just to, again, give you an idea. This, it's basically an Optimus, but, black, so see how those look together. So yep, that's the car mode for the most part, and of course inside you can see there's the headmaster, which you can fold that away and bring her out, although getting her in is a pain. If you saw my transformation video, you know that. Getting her in is the pain, and most people are aware of that, and it's just, you have to kind of move like pieces of the bottom piece of the car out of the way slightly, and you're supposed to just be able to get her out just by opening that. I'm going to see if I can. I don't want to. You have to sometimes push the bottom of the car down a little bit further just so you can get her out. And have to push that back up, and in doing so, untab a bunch of stuff and then retab it all back in. And there you go. Yeah. Headmaster. See that? Headmaster, yep. There's Minerva or Athena. You can see reds and whites and blacks. Yep, there's the face with a nice little blue visor like the show had, red and white again. And yeah, decent looking. You can see orange face again. Yeah, head's on a ball joint. You got left and right, a little bit of wiggle up and down, all that stuff. Shoulders on ball joints, so they go outward and they have a rotation, a little bit in full rotation. Hinge elbows, which go about that far. No waist, but there is an ab crunch for the transformation and also for getting into the car mode. Hips are on ball joints, so forward and back and tiny bit outward. A little bit of wiggle there, and the knees are on hinges, which, you know, they fold up completely because, again, transformation. Yep, that's the Headmaster. So yeah, the biggest problems here in this mode are just simply clearance can be an issue if you don't have it all folded up 100% properly. Sometimes the roof doesn't always tab in properly. I've noticed it pops out really easily, and getting the Headmaster into the cockpit is a pain in the butt. And I wish they had a better solution for that. But other than that, you know, pretty decent little car mode. Oh yeah, and the tires are made of rubber, if that's important to you. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Transformer, and we'll see the robot mode. And that is the robot mode right there. So yeah, so Athena here. I'm gonna say, she's actually a pretty darn good looking robot, but she does have a few issues here and there, unfortunately. Yeah, you can see, you know, mostly reds and whites, a little bit of blue here. You know, the front of the car becomes the shins, the back of the car becomes the shoulders. You got some silver right here on the chest, you know, red and white, some gray here, gray and black, sticker detailing, although this sticker keeps getting off center. I'm probably just going to remove these stickers right here. There's little stickers right here on the kneecaps, and I'm not sure if you're supposed to put them here or here, but any which way, they're coming off, and, you know, I'm probably just going to remove them. It looks fine without them. You know, got the backpack, which is totally optional, by the way. So yeah, looks really great. The biggest thing here is these doors. So these doors are supposed to tab in the back of the legs right here. You see there's a tab here and a slot here. And they kind of, you know, this one in particular will sometimes stick, but it doesn't take much. You just touch them. Like you're just messing with the leg and it'll kind of come undone. This one over here, in this side, is really stubborn, just constantly popping out of the socket. I don't know, and this is apparently a very common issue. I don't know if it's the tab and slot are missized or what, but just slightly misaligned. But any which way, they don't like to go in and stay in. They'll sometimes go in, but it doesn't take much to pop them back out. And it's really annoying because they'll just be, you know, messing with it, and then hey, look, the door is now wiggling about back here, which again isn't the end of the world, but a little annoying. And if I don't know, if you're someone who really wants cartoon accuracy, that whole figure's wrong, because in the cartoon the front of the car became the shoulders and the back of the car became the shins. So they completely reversed it for reasons, because Fans Hobby just doesn't give a crap about actual cartoon accuracy. They kind of do their own thing, for better or for worse. If that's your thing, great. If it's not, well, it kind of sucks to be you, I guess, if you want a Masterpiece Minerva. The other thing is the head. The head is supposed to, you know, it's a, you know, Headmaster, so she's supposed to, or Headmaster Junior if you want to be technical. She's supposed to be able to go to, you know, just, it's supposed to pop in, pop out. The problem is a lot of people have had the problem of, let's see if I can actually replicate it since I kind of fixed it. They pull out the head and it's really stubborn. See, I'm already messing up the head. Boy, I really messed it up. Yeah, it's really stubborn coming out, getting the head out. The head just is in there real good, which on one hand is kind of good, is kind of a good thing, but on the other hand, it's like, oh hey, I want to transform it. Oh, the head's not moving. Some people have just like, well, I guess I'm never transforming it. You know, it's just kind of like, I guess I'm not just never going to transform it. Also, this crest is a little finicky, I've found, to get it fully plugged in. But yeah, the thing is, this socket for the head, it holds it really tight. To the point of Fans Hobby actually themselves more or less suggest putting like Vaseline jelly in the socket or on the head so to make it slide out easier. The common thing I found, which I didn't want to do that because that just makes the head all gross, is I found the common solution is, and I agree with this, is just rather than grab by the sides, grab the front and back of the head, and rather than pulling straight up, I like to just lean it forward in an angle and then pull like that, and that makes it pop out pretty easily. I haven't had any issues by doing it that way. It's actually pretty consistent with that. So I'm not sure, your mileage may vary, but I'm noticing just if I just grab by the front and back and pull, and rather than straight up pull at a slight angle, it tends to work better. So yeah, those are the two major issues with the robot mode. Mine does have a little speck or something in the plastic right there. I'm not sure the camera's picking up. It's so small. So there's that. Yeah, I think, again, the robot mode is pretty great. A lot of people don't like the parts forming thing. I know a lot of people really hate parts forming. So the fact that, on a Masterpiece figure, you got a backpack, which has to cut, the whole roof of the car has to come off and then reattach. That's going to put some people off. But again, I'm someone who doesn't really mind it too much. It's not the end of the world. It's a fairly small piece, and I kind of get why it happens. I guess you can't really keep a transform with it there. You just kind of have to, one of those things, just stuff has to move in such a way that has to get out of the way. And I guess they decided the best way for that was just pop it off. But she also comes with two guns. They transform, pretty straightforward. Just unfold the barrel, unfold the handle. And it's just a simple tab slot system like most Masterpiece. So Masterpiece or Masterpiece alike, just slot into the hand. And she's actually got a pretty good, it's a pretty solid tab and slot, so that's good. It's not like a lot of them are super loose. It's a pretty solid one. So she has a pretty good grip on this thing, regardless of whether her hands are open. That's one way. There's little slots on the side of the gun right here, and there's little tabs on the sides of her legs. So if you want, you can just have them holstered and folded up like that on the side of the leg. Nice little bit of storage there. I don't think there's any other storage really, not that I can think of. I guess you could open these up and tab them in where they were in the car mode, but that'll kind of look, I think, a little silly. But yeah, great looking robot mode. And she also got a little feature here, which is this chest can open. And hey, look, it's like the old tech spec thing. Granted, you don't need the headmaster in there, but you got her little strength, speed, and skill. Yep, all right there, and plus some more sticker detailing. Yeah, that's pretty neat. It's actually even spring loaded. You can see it. I'm not sure how you can see that, but it does actually move. Yeah, you can see that. It does actually have the spring loaded gimmick. So that's pretty neat. Yes, I know. I kind of think it is a little weird doing it like that, doing that to a figure like this. But yeah, yeah. I just think this is a really nice looking figure. And articulation, it's no slouchy. I'm just going to put that aside. Articulation, let's see, of course, the head is a headmaster's, and yeah, it's a ball jointed head. So left and right, up and down, waggle, lots of it on this. So there's that. If you really don't want the backpack, you can get it out of the way. Just pop it off and leave it to the side. You'll have that post here, but if it's in your way for whatever reason, you just get rid of it. Shoulders are on, I think it's a hinge. The shoulders are on you can do a full 360 degrees. There's also there's the transformation joint there, but you can also, go outward there. And there's a transformation joint if you really want more. I think there's supposed to I wish that was these tabbed in or something, but they don't. If you want, you can position these how there's a lot of ways to position these if you want. You can have them a little more backwards if you want, or, like they want, but, there's all of options there. Bicep swivels, good motion there. Double jointed elbows, so there's a lot of range. That's a fully curled up elbow right there. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna get that out of the way too. Yeah, you got a lot of range there. Wrists on swivels. Yeah, little swivels, and they can also go up for the transformation, but they got little swivels. You can do that. The fingers, all fused together, I believe. Yeah, all one, so two sets of joints there, one base knuckle, one mid knuckle. They do look a little weird. The hands kind of look a little weird, and some things are like a little gangly looking in many poses, but I think it's possible to get a decent looking fist. And the thumb is also on a hinge as well. I think it's possible to get a decent looking fist. Like, that looks all right. Not the greatest, but it's all right. There's that. The waist. That is a giant... I think it's a ball joint. And so actually, no, I think it's multiple hinges in there. But yeah, and a ball joint. Yes, it's a ball joint and a hinge working in tandem. So there's a lot of range there. Side to side is actually pretty free, although it sometimes gets caught on itself. Yeah, I just noticed that. It gets caught a little bit here and there. But a lot of range, and even, you know, rocking back and forth. There's a lot there. That's one thing I like, and I think it's a bit of a stress mark or something right there on there. Oh, I know. I see what's going on. It's catching. So be careful with this, because I notice these little spots are a little sharp, so it can catch right there pretty easily. Ball jointed hips though, forward and back, outward that far, thigh swivel, plus the ball joint. Yeah, there's a thigh swivel mostly goes inward, weirdly enough. Just pop that off, but yeah. You got a bit of outward thigh swivel thanks to the ball joint. Double jointed knees. Although thanks to the doors, you only get about that much range. And if you get to move the doors at all, it kind of starts looking weird. But you can do that if you want. You know, again, more options. And there's a slight ankle tilt here for the full foot. See that? And the toe can also go further if you want. And also go outward if you really need that for some reason. And there's a little bit of forward, not really a lot of back. Or any back, really. So there you go. Posability's pretty darn solid. And actually, in some cases, exceptional. Again, the waist is the big thing here. Oop, there we go. Just get her standing straight. The only thing is, like, I don't like having that gap right there in the waist, so try to pose her in such a way that the gap's usually not there and she winds up looking like she's hunched forward or something. There we go. Yeah, some comparison type stuff. If it ever focuses. Again, here is Masterpiece Sideswipe. You know, it's a bit, you know, again, Masterpiece, you know, I guess Autobot car height, thereabouts. I believe that is correct to the show, mostly correct to the Masterforce show. Again, scale's a little weird. Here she is with an MP-44, even though I don't think they really did much. But yeah, you can get an idea of, you know. And you can see how big they are together. And last but not least, one of Fans Hobby's other releases, their Power Baser. Yeah, you can see bit of a height difference there. Yeah, quite a bit of a height difference. So I don't know how accurate, again, I don't know how accurate it is to the original cartoon. I've never watched it. I have no real attachment to it. I just thought this was a cool figure, and it was pretty cheap. And one thing I did forget to mention, the alternate face. You saw it come off real quick. Yeah, it's real simple. This one is you can see how well you can. Yeah, there's a stoic face and a smiling face, and swapping out is pretty easy. You just take the head crest off and pop that off. It's just tabbed on. Tab on the other one, and crest on. And there's forehead on, I guess. And there you go. Now she got a smiling face, I guess. So there you go. Pretty straightforward. So final thoughts. I really like this figure. It's a pretty good thing. So far, the 3 figures I have from Fans Hobby, I have not been fully disappointed with any of them. Yeah, she's got problems. The doors don't tab in. The roof/backpack can be a problem if you don't like parts forming. She can be a little, I guess, fiddly. The roof can be fiddly in the car mode. Getting her Headmaster into the car as a car mode is when his car mode is a pain in the butt and more frustrating is worth. Getting the Headmaster off of the robot mode, it can be a pain in the butt as well. It can be just frustrating in general, just that sort of thing. But I think those little small problems are kind of worth it and are kind of okay. I'm okay with, because in part she's $60. That's fairly cheap for a Masterpiece sized car bot in general, like anymore. I mean, we haven't seen those kind of low prices for a Masterpiece car in a long time, and she's pretty competently engineered. It's pretty clever. She looks good in both modes, and it's a pretty most part pretty fun transformation. So $60, absolutely. If you're at all interested in Masterforce or just think this figure looks cool, go for it. It's great. I cannot recommend it enough. If Masterpiece Force isn't your thing, or you're just upset that it's not cartoon accurate enough, okay, fine. That's your thing. But I think at $60, it's kind of a no-brainer. I think a lot of places are selling out right now, though. But I believe some places have a pre-order up for a re-release in the fall. So if you're interested, go for it. $60 is kind of like just do it. I think it's great. She's a phenomenal figure, and I don't think most of you were disappointed. The only thing is maybe the plastic smells. The one thing I did notice was when I pulled out the box, the plastic smelled funny, like burned plastic. So I don't know what that was about. But I think she's phenomenal and worth picking up. Just straightforward, just bang for your buck. It's one of the best releases we had from third party in a while. So yeah. That's it, I feel. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. Check out Patreon, Coffee, all stuff. I'll have more reviews coming. Yes, Masterpiece Black Convoy, Volatus, those are coming up. I believe Double Dealer is coming pretty soon. So yeah, a whole bunch of stuff's coming up. And I'll be reviewing it. So stick around, and I'll see you in the next review. So bye, guys.